Your homepage is getting 10,000 visitors and only 20 of them are converting. That's not a traffic problem. That's a homepage disaster. And I'm about to show you the exact rewrite formula that doubles conversions without spending a penny on more traffic. Everyone's obsessed with getting more traffic. Meanwhile, they're letting 99% of their current traffic leave without converting. That's like filling a bucket with a massive hole in the bottom and wondering why you're still thirsty. Your homepage is killing your business, not your SEO, not your ads, your homepage. I'm James Kotz from Illumination Marketing, and today I'm revealing the exact homepage rewrite formula that's doubled conversions for over 100 local businesses. The psychology, the structure, and the word-for-word copy that turns visitors into customers. This isn't just about pretty design. It's about psychological triggers that make people call you instead of hitting the back button. Let me hit you with some truth that will sting. Your homepage right now, it's probably a monument to your ego. Welcome to Bob's Plumbing, serving Houston since 1987. Family owned and operated. We pride ourselves on, nobody cares. Seriously, nobody. Here's what's actually happening. Someone's toilet is overflowing. They're panicked. They Google emergency plumber. They land on your homepage, and you're telling them about your company history while their bathroom floods. It's like someone calling 911 and the operator starting with, "Welcome to emergency services established in 1968. Right? So here are the brutal numbers. You have 3 seconds to prove you can solve their problem. 55% of people judge your business by your homepage alone, 88% never return after a bad first impression, and 38% leave immediately if your layout sucks. Your homepage isn't a brochure, it's a conversion machine, or at least it should be. Right now, it's probably a conversion killer. I want you to try something right now. It's called the 3-second test, and this will change everything about how you think about your homepage. Ready? Pull up your homepage. Now grab someone, your spouse, your friend, the person sitting next to you, it doesn't matter. Show them your homepage for exactly 3 seconds, then take it away. Now, ask them 3 questions. Number 1, what does this company do? Number 2, what can I do here? And 3, why should I choose them? If they can't answer all 3, you're failing the test. And before you think, well, they don't know my industry, that's the point. Your customers are those people, confused, scrolling fast, zero patience. Here's why most homepages bomb this test, and it's one of 4 reasons. The headline is some vague corporate nonsense. Welcome to excellence in service. Well, what does that even mean? Excellence in what service? Plumbing? Brain surgery? Dog walking? This service isn't clear. I'm starting at your page and I genuinely don't know what you sell. Are you a consultant, a contractor, a software company? Why is this a mystery? The next action is invisible. Okay, I think I know what you do. Now what? Do I call, fill out a form, send a carrier pigeon? There's no clear path forward. And the value proposition, the reason I should choose you instead of anyone else, is buried somewhere on page 3 under our philosophy. Let me show you the difference. A bad homepage example. Welcome to excellence in service. Stock photo of diverse people in a boardroom smiling at a laptop. Everyone's wearing blazers. Nobody's doing actual work. What do? No idea. What can I do here? Unclear. Why you? Couldn't tell you. So let's look at a good homepage example. Emergency plumber in Houston. At your door in 30 minutes. Photo of an actual plumber on his knees fixing a burst pipe with water everywhere. What do? Emergency plumber. What can I do here? Call you for help. Why you? We'll be here in under 30 minutes. See that? One is a fortune cookie. It sounds nice, but means nothing. The other is a solution to a problem I'm having right now. It's like walking down the street at 2 a.m., desperately needing medicine, and you see 2 stores. One sign says retail establishment. The other says 24-hour emergency pharmacy. Which door are you running through? Exactly. Your homepage has 3 seconds to answer those 3 questions. That's it. If it takes longer than that, you've already lost. So stop trying to sound professional and corporate and impressive and start trying to be clear, because clarity converts, confusion kills. And right now, your homepage is confusing the hell out of people. Now, let's fix it, because everything you need to pass that test lives in one place, above the fold. Above the fold is everything visible without scrolling. This is your kill zone. Either you convert them here or they're gone. And I'm about to give you the perfect above the fold formula. So line 1 is the headline. It calls out the problem and it gives the solution match. Example, emergency AC repair in Houston. Cool in 60 minutes. Not welcome, not your company name, their problem, your solution. If you're local, throw in the location you serve for SEO purposes. Line 2, the sub-headline, credibility plus speed. Licensed HVAC experts, 2,847 5-star reviews, same-day service. Line number 3 is going to be your trust bar, either the BBB logo or Google reviews, licensed insured, years in business, awards won, whatever helps people to trust your business. Line 4 is the CTA section. Call now, 713-555-HELP, or get an instant quote. Average response time, 8 minutes. Line number 5 is going to be the urgency element. So 3 technicians available now in your area. And then we have the supporting visuals, either a hero video showing your service in action or a photo of actual work being done. Not stock photos, not your building, action shots. This isn't creative writing, it's conversion science. Every element has a job. The headline is to confirm they're in the right place. The sub-headline is to build instant credibility. The trust bar is to remove doubt. CTA to make action obvious, and urgency is to create that action now. It's like a McDonald's drive-through menu. You know exactly what's available, how much it costs, and how to order. No confusion, no searching, just clarity. But having all the right elements above the fold means nothing if people don't trust you. So let's talk about where trust signals actually belong. You want to know what kills conversions? Landing on a website and thinking, wait, is this company even real? Trust signals aren't decorations. They're a conversation. And the mistake everyone makes, starting that conversation in the wrong order. Picture meeting someone new. First impressions matter, right? You're not asking about their life story, you're checking, are they legit? Are they safe? Same thing happens above the fold. People need to see those review stars immediately. The BBB badged, licensed and insured. These aren't optional, they're your digital handshake. As visitors scroll, they need more. Now they want proof. Real testimonials with actual faces, not Sarah from Houston loved our service. Show me Sarah. Show me the disaster you fixed for her. Before and after photos. Awards that matter, as seen on Forbes or whatever industry thing really matters in the area, and if it's real. But here's where it gets interesting. Right before someone converts, that's when doubt hits the hardest. They're hovering over your call button thinking, what if this goes sideways? That's when you need guarantees. Response time promises, no obligation estimate, price transparency. These aren't fluff, they're risk reversal closer lines. Now, local businesses, listen up. 4 things are absolutely non-negotiable when you're doing this. The first, Google reviews with actual number visible. The second, your local address. Prove you exist. The third, real team photos, not stock image actors. And the fourth, add a local phone number, not some 1-800 that routes to a call center. Simple test. Would you hire a plumber with no address, fake photos, and 0 reviews? Your customers are asking the same question about you right now. So get the trust signals right, and you're not just building credibility, you're removing every excuse they have not to call. You can nail every single trust signal and still lose the conversion with one stupid mistake, your call to action button. Let me show you the dumbest button I see on websites every single day. Submit, like I'm surrendering to the IRS. Who clicks that with excitement? Here's what nobody tells you about call to action buttons. They're not buttons. They're psychological tripwires. And most businesses are setting them up backwards. Learn more? Okay, but learn more about what? Contact us? Sounds like I'm filing a complaint with customer service. And my personal favorite, when the button is so small, I need a magnifying glass to find it. You just spent all this effort getting me to your site, and now you're playing hide and seek with the checkout? Let's talk about what actually works. First, you need to know who you're talking to. Because here's the thing, not everyone on your site is in the same headspace. Some people have an emergency right now. Their pipe just burst. Their AC died and it's July. These people don't want to learn more. They want help, and they want it 5 minutes ago. For them, fix my problem now, get emergency help, big, bold, red or green, impossible to miss. This is not the time for subtlety. But some visitors are just researching. They're comparing options. They're not ready to commit their firstborn child just to get a quote. For them, you need something softer. Check availability, see pricing, get an instant quote. Now, here's the magic most people skip. The little text under your button, this is where you remove fear. Examples: no obligation, takes 30 seconds, no spam, ever, talk to a real human. These 7 words, they can double your conversions because that's what people are thinking when they're hovering over your button. What am I signing up for? Is this going to be a nightmare? Sticky header CTA, always visible as they scroll. One above the fold for people who are ready now, and one after you agitate the problem because pain motivates. One after you present the solution because hope converts. And one at the bottom of the page for the people who read every single word before deciding on what to do. Quick thing about color. Everyone obsesses over red versus blue versus green. What color converts the best? Here's the truth. Contrast matters more than color. Your button needs to jump off the page like a neon sign in a dark room. If your site is blue, don't make your button blue. That's camouflage, not conversion. Red works for emergencies. It creates urgency. Green says, go, positive action. Orange feels friendly, great for consultations. Blue builds trust, which is great for professional services. But honestly, test it. Your audience might be weird. Bottom line, your CTA is the finish line. You can have the best content, the most trust signals, and the perfect offer. But if your button says submit in size 8 font at the bottom of the page, well, you just lost the race. Pop quiz. What percentage of your website traffic is on mobile right now? If you said anything under 70%, you're wrong. It's 73% according to a recent study from OuterBox. 3 out of every 4 people visiting your site are on a phone. So tell me why you designed for desktop only. It's like building a door for regular humans when NBA players need to walk through. Everyone's crouching, squeezing, and getting frustrated, and then they leave. Here's what kills me. I see these beautiful desktop websites, sliding banners, hover effects, side-by-side comparisons, all gorgeous, absolutely useless on mobile. Hover effects? You can't hover on a phone. You know what happens when I try? Nothing. I just look like an idiot tapping the screen. Multiple column layouts? Congratulations. I need a microscope to read your content. Side-by-side comparison tables? I'm scrolling left, right, up, down. I feel like I'm playing a video game, not trying to hire a contractor. Let's talk about how humans actually hold phones. You got your thumb zone, everything your thumb can reach without shifting your grip. That's prime real estate. And where do most businesses put their call button? Top left corner. You might as well put it on the roof. So here's the rule. Full width CTA buttons, phone number and thumb reach. Menu, top right. Hamburger icon, that's where thumbs live. Forms, stack them vertically. Nobody's filling out a 3-column form on a phone at a red light. Now, desktop users, they might not scroll. They see above the fold. And if you don't grab them, they bounce. Mobile users, they always scroll. That's the whole game. Swipe, swipe, swipe. So stop cramming everything at the top. Create a clear path down the page. Make it a journey, not a dump truck of information. Oh man, let me tell you about speed. Desktop users on Wi-Fi will give you maybe 3 seconds before they bail. Mobile users on 4G, 2 seconds, maybe. They're at a coffee shop, their data's spotty, they've got 3 other tabs open. You get 2 seconds to prove you're worth their time. So what actually works on mobile? Click to call buttons, floating ones that follow them down the page. Because if I want to call you, I don't want to hunt for your number. I want to tap once and be connected. 1 field forms. Enter your phone for a quote. That's it. Not 17 fields about my life story, 1 field. I can do that at a stoplight. Accordion FAQs. They collapse, they expand, they save space. Swipeable testimonials, not 3 paragraphs side by side that I have to pinch and zoom to read. Desktop, Sure, go wild. Side-by-side comparisons, detailed forms, video backgrounds, interactive stuff. Desktop users have a mouse, a keyboard, time, and patience. Mobile users have a thumb, 15 seconds, and 0 patience. So here's the framework. Design for mobile first, then adapt up to desktop, not the other way around. Think about it like Twitter. You write a tweet, 280 characters, tight, focused. Then, if you need to, you expand it to a thread or an article. That works. What doesn't work? Taking a 5,000-word essay and trying to cram it into a text message. That's what you're doing with your design for your desktop, and shrink it for mobile. So, your customers are on their phones right now, probably in line at a store, on a couch, or sitting in traffic. Stop making them work so hard to give you money. Okay, we've covered the pieces. Now let me show you how they all fit together. Most homepages are like bad first dates. Too much talking, no direction, and you leave more confused than when you arrived. Let me show you the exact structure that doubles conversions. Not theory, not best practices, the actual framework. Section 1 is the hook. You've got 5 seconds above the fold. That's it. 5 seconds before someone decides you're worth their time or you're just another website. So what do they need to see immediately? A headline that screams, "I solve your problem." Not, "Welcome to our family-owned business since 1987. Nobody cares yet." They want to know, can you fix what's broken? Then, credibility, review stars, badges, proof you're real, a clear CTA button, big, obvious, begging to be clicked. And the trust signals, they're everywhere. This is your handshake, your eye contact, your first impression. If you mess this up, they're gone before you even get to section 2, which is problem agitation. Now, they're still here, so twist the knife a little bit. We know you're dealing with, and then list every pain point they're experiencing. But here's the key. Use their language, not industry jargon, not technical terms, the exact words they'd use when complaining to their spouse. Your AC died in the middle of summer and you're sleeping in a sauna. That's their language. Suboptimal HVAC performance is yours. You see the difference? Show them you understand. Create urgency. Make them feel the problem so deeply that the solution, which is coming next, feels like a lifeline. Section 3 is the solution bridge. Okay, you've agitated them. They're hurting. Now, rescue them. Here's how we fix it. 3 steps, maximum, not 17. Not our comprehensive, multi-phase approach. 3 steps that a 5th grader could understand. Give them a timeline. We'll be there in 60 minutes. Fixed by the end of the day, whatever it is. Tell them when their problem goes away. And here's where you drop what makes you different. Not, we have 20 years of experience. Everyone says that. What do you do that nobody else does? Say it here. Visual of the process? Even better. Show them the journey from broken to fixed. Section 4 is the proof. Don't just take our word for it. 3 to 5 testimonials, real ones, with faces, with names, with specific results. Not great service, but they showed up at 9 p.m. on a Saturday and had my heat running by 10. Saved Christmas with my in-laws. Before and after videos, before and after photos, video testimonials if you have them. This is where skepticism dies. This is where they start believing you can actually do what you say. Section 5 is the differentiator. Now they believe you can do it, but why should they choose you? Why choose us over others? And listen, not features, benefits. Nobody cares that you have state-of-the-art equipment. They care that you can fix their problem faster, better, or cheaper than the competition. Unique guarantees, speed, availability, local advantage. We're 10 minutes away, not 45. This is your closer argument. This is why you and not them. Section 6, the final close. Are you ready to solve the problem? One last CTA. But now you add the final push. Risk reversal, no obligation quote, money back guarantee, cancel anytime. Create urgency, limited availability today, next opening in 2 hours. Whatever's true. Give them contact options. Some people want to call. Some want to text. Some want a form. Don't make them hunt for their preferred method. Here's what most people miss. Each section should be 2 to 3 screens max on mobile. This isn't a novel, it's a psychological journey. You start with their problem, you agitate it, you present the solution, you prove it works, you explain why you're the best, and you close the deal. It's a conversation, not a data dump. Think of it like you're walking someone through a decision, not throwing a filing cabinet at their head and hoping that they find what they need. Problem, pain, solution, proof, differentiation, and close. That's the framework. Stick to it and watch what happens to your conversion rate. I'm going to say something that'll make every graphic designer mad. Words matter more than design. You could write the perfect copy in Comic Sans and beat a beautiful website with terrible words every single time. And yet I see the same conversion-killing copy everywhere. Let me read you some of the actual headlines from real websites. We are committed to providing excellence in service delivery through our comprehensive approach to customer satisfaction. What does that even mean? Who wakes up and thinks, you know what I need? A comprehensive approach to customer satisfaction. Nobody. 0 people think that. Here's what kills conversions faster than anything. We language. We are the best. We offer premium services. We have been serving the community since 1987. Cool story, bro, but what's in it for me? So flip it. Your AC fixed today. You save $200 on your first service. Your home protected. See the difference? One's about patting yourself on the back. The other's about solving my problem. And jargon? Oh man, don't even get me started on jargon. Utilizing state-of-the-art methodology, leveraging cutting-edge solutions, or a synergistic approach to problem solving. Stop. Just stop. You're not writing a corporate white paper. You're trying to get someone to call you before they call your competitor. Passive voice is another killer. Services are provided. Repairs can be scheduled. Who's doing the providing? Who's doing the scheduling? It's like a ghost runs your business. So here's the solution. Use active voice. We fix it. Schedule your repair now. Direct, clear, human. Let me show you the formula that actually works. Specific beats vague every time. So bad example, fast service. Good example, at your door in 30 minutes. One makes a promise, the other makes me check my watch. Benefits beat features, always. Feature, 24/7 availability. So what? I can call you at 3 a.m. Great. Why do I care? Benefit, sleep peacefully knowing help is one call away anytime. Now you're talking to the person laying awake at 2 a.m. with water dripping through their ceiling, panicking about what this is going to cost and whether anyone will even answer. Action beats description. As a bad example, we provide comprehensive plumbing services. As a good example, get your plumbing fixed now. One's a brochure, the other's a solution. Here's the thing nobody wants to hear. You need to write it at a 6th grade reading level. But James, our customers are smart, sophisticated professionals. I don't care. They're also stressed. They're also rushed. They're scrolling on their phone at a red light, trying to solve a problem that they didn't want to have. So simple words convert. Complex words make people work. And people don't want to work. They want their problem solved. Think about emergency exit signs. They don't say, please utilize this designated egress point in the event of a combustion-related emergency. No, they say, exit with an arrow. Clear beats clever every single time. And you know what the best copy sounds like? A text message to a friend. Hey, your AC's broken. I can have someone there in an hour. $89 to look at it, and if you book the repair, that's waived. Sound good? That's it. That's the whole game. Talk like a human, solve their problem, and make it easy. I see these websites trying to sound professional with corporate buzzwords and formal language, and all they're doing is putting distance between themselves and the person who wants to give them money. Your copy isn't a dissertation. It's a conversation. And in a conversation, you don't say, we leverage our core competencies to deliver optimal outcomes. You say, we'll fix it fast and it will cost less than you think. That's the copy that converts. All right, you wrote your homepage, you followed the formula, everything looks great. Now what? Here's how you know if it actually worked, because looking at a pretty website and knowing it converts are two very drastically different things. First, you need your baseline. Before you change anything, write these numbers down. Your current conversion rate, your bounce rate, your time on page. And if you really want to nerd out, throw a Hotjar or even a Microsoft Clarity on there and watch where people actually click. Spoiler alert, it's probably not where you think. Now, you launch the new page, and here's what should happen. Week 1, your bounce rate should drop 10 to 20%. That means people who land on your page are actually sticking around instead of hitting the back button like they touched a hot stove. Time on page should jump 50% or more. If people were spending 30 seconds before, they should be spending 45 seconds to a minute now because they're reading. They're engaging. They're not bailing immediately. And CTA clicks, they should double at minimum. If you had 10 clicks before, you should have like 20 clicks now because your buttons are clearer, bigger, and actually make people want to click them. Now, weeks 2 through 4, this is where it gets real fun. Conversion should improve 50 to 100%. Yeah, you heard that right. If you were getting 10 leads a month, you should be getting 15 to 20. If you were getting 2%, you should be hitting 3 to 4%. But what matters more than the raw numbers is the quality. You should be getting better leads, not just more form fills or tire kickers, but actually people ready to buy. Phone volume also goes up because people trust you enough to pick up the phone and call. Form completions improve, not just in quantity, but in completion rate. People start the form and finish it instead of getting halfway through and ghosting. Now, some people will tell you, James, you need to A/B test this. Send 50% of the traffic to the old page, 50% of it to the new page. Run it for 6 months. Get statistically significant data. And look, if you want to do that, fine. Knock yourself out. But here's the truth. If you followed this formula, the hook, the problem agitation, the solution, the proof, the differentiator, and the close, you don't need to test. It just works. Now, I'm not being cocky. I'm being honest. This isn't theory. This is pattern recognition from hundreds of pages that have either converted or didn't. The ones that follow this structure, they convert. The ones that don't, they become expensive digital brochures that nobody reads. So track your metrics, watch the numbers climb, and if they don't improve within 2 weeks, something's broken, either in the copy, the offer, or the traffic source. But if you did it right, you'll know, because your phone will ring more. Your form will fill up, and you'll actually start seeing ROI from a website that you've been ignoring for the last 3 years. So listen, numbers don't lie. And when the numbers go up, you know that you nailed it. Your homepage is the most important page on your website. And right now, it's probably your biggest conversion killer. You don't need more traffic. You need to convert the traffic that you have. A homepage that converts 2% instead of 1% doubles your business without spending another penny on ads. This isn't about being creative or winning design awards. It's about understanding psychology and giving people what they need in the order that they need it. Your competitors are still using homepages from 2010 with stock photos and welcome to our website. You're about to have a conversion machine that turns visitors into customers. The formula is simple. Pass the 3-second test, optimize above the fold, place trust signals strategically, use psychology-driven CTAs, prioritize mobile, and write copy that converts. Now, if you own a business making more than $1 million a year and you don't have the time to learn or implement these things that we discussed today, go to marketingillumination.com and apply for us to do this for you. Stop celebrating traffic, start converting it. I'm James Kotz. Your homepage is costing you tens of thousands of dollars. Fix the page, watch the numbers climb, and actually get paid for all that traffic you're working so hard to generate. See you next week.